Think About It in front from I Wish I Win. Think About It! Think About It won the Everest. Beat I Wish I Win. Private Eye third.
Joey, you've done it.
Yeah, no, amazing. So that's the big one. That's the one we want to tick off. I don't think I'll feel pressure anymore in any race after that. I mean, that's sort of climbed. I feel like Edmund Hillary, don't I? Once you've climbed Mount Everest, what do you do after that?
You climb it again, don't you?
I'd love to climb it again, but it's not going to feel as hard next time.
Joe, you've had a lot of experience with the Everest now. I think we're up to the 8th running and you've been well represented right throughout the time. What is it about this race that you think gets people excited about racing?
The prize money is the obvious thing. I think it's been really well marketed to the younger audience and they get a massive crowd there on the day. And Sydney used to miss out on the spring. We used to have our Epsom Day and then all attention would just turn to Melbourne. Whereas now we keep the race goers here in Sydney and give them a massive event, which is important, you know, and that's it's attracted, as I say, a younger crowd, which have really, you know, gravitated towards this race and made it as big as it is.
Private Eye lining up in this year's Everest. He's had a couple of shots at the race and he's had to settle for runner-up. But how does he come into this year's edition?
Really good, very happy with him. So I think, pretty sure Nature Strip won it his third time around. So, but these races, I think they set up well for horses that have been there and done it before. Just that experience they've got handling the pressure of a high speed 1200 metres. Horse in great shape, really happy with him, so he's a good chance again.
How do you compare the condition that he goes in this year perhaps to 12 months ago?
Oh, look, very similar, very similar. I mean, he's an old horse we've had in the stable for a long time now and we've very much got a routine to get him up to peak fitness, so very similar in that way. The race shape's looking all right this year, especially with Stormboy just coming in as a late addition. I think we might get a race that's got a bit of tempo in it, and that'll suit him.
Going around on Saturday, we'll see the New Zealand Bred Group 1 winner in Ceolwulf and a King Charles. How has he come through his Epsom run?
Super, really tough horse. He's got an amazing constitution, this horse. Each run has just made him better, made him stronger. He looks absolutely amazing at the moment. I was impressed with him when I saw him in the Epsom parade. He's going to look even better on Saturday, and it's only very special, very few horses that cope with that kind of pressure in racing and continue to improve. And he's still a young horse, so the best is yet to come. You'd have to say he's one of the most promising horses in Australia, and love to think he can continue that improvement.
He's a real flag bearer, I guess, for the Kiwi bred, particularly coming out of the sale that he did. Was he always bought with the intention of being a classic horse or a mile to 2,000 metre type?
Yeah, definitely. We had in mind, or hoping as a 3-year-old he'd be a bit sharp and be a Rare Guineas horse, and he ended up being a bit dour as a colt. But this preparation, as a gelding, he seems much sharper. But I think sort of his pet distance probably anywhere between that mile and 2,000 metres, which he'll probably get a bit of a wet track Saturday. That won't hurt his chances. Always been a nice horse, and he'll be heading back over to New Zealand for the ready running in this year.
How do you feel about chasing a horse like Pride of Jayne?
Oh, look, I mean, it's a fair task, isn't it? You know, and it's probably going to come down to tactics on the day, and we're hoping there's something in the race that can possibly take the field up to Pride of Jayne in those middle stages where she tends to get away from the field. But that's not easy to do. I'm not sure I'd want it to be him, but if he has to do that to win the race, then we'll leave no stone unturned. But she's a formidable opponent, and you've also got Fangirl there. It's going to be a great race.